God! What's that reaction for? That the Preds almost would? Yeah, well, at least they won, and they're gonna make us nervous as hell with 7 more games after this one. No, Johnny. It's Preds' original draft pick, Seth Jones. His pay increase that doesn't even kick in until after this season for the Blackhawks. Are you seeing how much the Blackhawks are about to pay this guy? I'm so glad we have Roman Josi making $9 million. He at least earns it. Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators defeat their Central Division rival, the Chicago Blackhawks, by a nail-biter score of 4-3 Saturday afternoon inside Bridgestone Arena. I, for one, of course, was hoping for a more comfortable win, but as the saying goes, sometimes you have to crawl before you walk, so I'll consider this a crawling win, hoping for some momentum to generate so this team can finally push for that final playoff spot. Final matchup of the regular season between the Preds and the Blackhawks. Final matchup at all this season because, as we can see in the standings, both of these teams won't make the playoffs together, and the Preds have to make sure that they're not playing golf with the Blackhawks if the Preds don't make the playoffs. Not a good start for the Preds as 2 minutes in, puck is in the corner, Jeremy Lauzon goes to play it, he gets hit, the play was clean, it was just unfortunate because he falls on his left leg, he gets hurt, is forced to leave. You don't like to see that. Preds are forced to play what turns out to be the remainder of the game with 5 defensemen. But never you fret. This team in clutch situations is known to answer the bell for a fallen teammate. And in this situation, it's a line that you probably weren't expecting to do it. Just over 3.5 minutes into the first period, after receiving the pass from Cody Glass. Yes, Cody Glass, that player that has been down in the minors forever, but has been working his butt off to get back with the big club. Cody Glass gets the puck over to Ellie Tovinen, who is into the Blackhawks zone along the board to Lankinen's right, and he's able to get the pass around Seth Jones of the Blackhawks to Philip Tomasino, who almost one-times it, but it's at an awkward angle how it comes in, but he's still able to get the shot off. It goes over Lankinen's left shoulder. It's in. 1-0 Preds. As I mentioned, that's Cody Glass's first point as a member of the Nashville Predators. The fan base and the front office have so been waiting for him to contribute, and he is. He's working his butt off since he's been called up. So hopefully there's more bonuses and pluses from him being in the Preds lineup. Preds, though, unfortunately cannot take the Blackhawks for granted, as almost 7.5 into the first, they take their foot off the gas with the Blackhawks, and it costs them because the Brincat gets the puck to Patrick Kane, who has Strome with him on a 2-on-1. Borievsky is back. Patrick Kane decides to keep it as Saros is guessing where the puck is going to go. Patrick Kane gets it through his 5-hole. Blackhawks tie this game at 1. Preds would get a chance right afterwards to go right back on the power play and hopefully retake the lead with their struggling power play that has gone 0 for 12 coming into this game, like I mentioned during the Oilers loss PFR, with McKenzie and Whistle cross-checks Roman Josi, but unfortunately the Preds cannot get their feet going, and this game is tied at 1 after that power play opportunity is over. Just over 8 minutes left to go in the first period. You've got Nick Cousins with Colton Sissons on a 2-on-1 into the Blackhawks zone, and Nick Cousins decides to keep it, tries to go around Lankinen, but that causes him to lose control, and the Preds cannot capitalize. Nick, when in doubt in those situations, look for the passing lane and see what Colton can do. You don't have to do it all by yourself. 6.5 left to go in the first period. Matt Duchene is fighting for possession in the Blackhawks zone for a puck, and he high sticks Riley Stillman. He draws blood, and the Preds potentially in danger here, having to kill off a 4-minute double minor penalty of Duchene's. But the Preds answer the bell yet again, come to Duchene's defense, kill off the first 2 minutes of the double minor, not allowing the Blackhawks any serious momentum to set up. And in the second half of the double minor, as the time winds down, Cunnin almost sits on the puck on the ice. Blackhawks can't get a whistle, and the Preds have killed it off back to even strength, still tied at 1. Preds with a good stretch with about a minute left to go in the first period. Tomasino gets a great chance to get a shot off Lankin, and somehow that guy gets the puck out of the air. No effort at all, seemingly with his glove. As the clock winds down before it can hit 0-0 for the first period to end, Matt Duchene plays with fire and takes an interference penalty late in the first period. Preds don't allow a power play goal, but the remainder will carry over to the second period. Preds outshooting the Blackhawks only slightly by a total of 7-6 after 1. Preds kill off the remainder of the Blackhawks power play that carried over to the second period. Finally, back at even strength, trying to create some momentum, get this train heading in the right direction, try to get a lead to be right out front of the Blackhawks and control the tempo of this game. Hawks, to their credit, are not going away, not making this easy on the Preds, but around the 4-minute mark, you've got Johansson and Josi and Cunnin all creating possible chances that might give the Preds the lead, but the Blackhawks are holding firm well defensively. And, well, when you don't score at one end, what tends to happen? You give up a great chance at the other end, as just over 5 minutes and change, in the Preds zone, you've got McCabe, and he sees that the Preds back door is left wide open. Mistake by Matthias Ekholm, and he's able to get it over to Kubalik, and Saros has no prayer to stop it as he tries to get over, but it's already by him by Kubalik's one-timer. Blackhawks have a 2-1 lead. Blackhawks follow that up with another great offensive pressure, but the Preds defend well. Something is going to have to light a fire under this team to get this game tied and get back in front of the Blackhawks. Well, that prayer seems to be answered, because after 5.5 into the second period, after Mackenzie Entwistle roughs up Matthias Ekholm, and Matthias Ekholm roughs up Mackenzie Entwistle, the Preds and the Blackhawks play 4-4 for the following 2 minutes. Roman Josi, all by himself, seemingly starts off the play from his own zone, and he gets the puck ahead to Filip Forsberg, and Filip Forsberg takes off with his goal-scoring buddy, who are both trying to get to 40 goals, into the Blackhawks zone, as Roman Josi just takes his time, turns on the burners to get into the Blackhawks zone. And seemingly Forsberg has gotten the puck to Matt Duchene, and the Blackhawks' attention seems to be over here. Oh, but look who's left wide open, and Matt Duchene's pass comes cross-ice to Roman Josi. This time, unlike in Ottawa, he will not be denied. He puts it past Lankin, his 20th goal of the season, and the Preds have tied this game at 2. Almost immediately after the Preds offense transitions into the Blackhawks zone, they get right in. Oh, and they score again. They've taken the lead. Oh, but hold up. Even I could tell. I said so on Twitter. I think that was the first goal that I could tell that was offside. Blackhawks challenge the play. It's offside. This team has got to practice a little bit more about waiting. Okay, do I have the puck? Do I have the puck? Okay, I'll stay at the blue line. Okay, puck here. Okay, we're in. Too many times over this 4-game stretch, it seems like the Preds have missed scoring goals because they don't make sure that everyone's offside before they enter the offensive zone. Game still tied at 2 as we hit the halfway mark of the second period. The Preds' newly minted fourth line, I am not calling it by the nickname that Hal Gill gave it. You can if you want. That's not me. It is still generating chances. I totally want to see Cody Glass stay in the Preds lineup. He is working his butt off. He doesn't want to go back to Milwaukee. Preds would take too many men on the ice call. That would be served by Philip Tomasino. Blackhawks come close. Preds defend well. And we play on. Preds find another gear, pushing for a goal before the second intermission. That it results in a breakaway by Forsberg, who somehow got free. I didn't expect him to, and then somehow didn't score when I expected him to. But to his credit, he draws a penalty on Rigula of the Blackhawks, and the Preds have a great chance for unlucky number 13 of the stretch of power play drought that they are in. Can they finally convert on a man advantage? Under 30 seconds left to go in the second period before the intermission, Preds are down low, attacking in front of the Blackhawks net. Number 64, Mikhail Grenlund gets the puck from Phil Forsberg, then gets it out front to Matt Duchene, who gives Lankinen no chance to stop his 39th goal of the season. He surpasses, at least temporarily, Forsberg's goal total, buries the pass Lankinen. He looks to the heavens, says Easter weekend, and says thank you. He's pumped up. The Preds have a 3-2 lead after 2. With that goal, thank you NHL PR for this stat, Matt Duchene sets a new single-season franchise mark with 15 goals on the power play in a season. There had previously been a 4-way tie that Matt Duchene now passed. That was between him, Shea Weber, who had 14 in a 2015-2016 season, Paul Correa, who had 14 in the 05-06 season, and defenseman Andy Delmore, who had 14 in the 02-03 season. Blackhawks with the early push to try and tie this game up in the third period. Patrick Kane with a shot from distance that Saros is able to snare. Just over 3 minutes into the third period, Preds continuing with the momentum that they had generated late in the second period to get the lead. Now they're looking to get the insurance goal. Just over 3 minutes into the third period, you've got Mattias Ekholm, who takes a shot from just inside the Blackhawks blue line, keeping the puck in, keeping the pressure in the Blackhawks zone, and Lankinen is not expecting. Hi there, from his left, Mikhail Grenlund, number 64, he pots it, giving the Preds a 4-2 lead. The Preds with as many goals in this game as they scored during that 4-game stretch when they went 1-2-1 after the Ottawa win. As we reach the second half of the third period, Blackhawks do not go away. They're not going to let the Preds win this one easily. Kubalik comes close to cutting the Preds lead to 1 at that point, and thank God he didn't, as what is about to come. But Saros bars the door shut, trying to will this team to the win over Chicago. But like I said, the Blackhawks would not go away with about 5 minutes and change left in the third period. You cannot take your foot off the gas at any point against Chicago. Preds fans know this, and the players should know this too. Patrick Kane gets it through a passing lane that Mattias Ekholm cannot cut off. Riley Stillman beats Saros. Preds fans can clench their butts again because the Preds now lead 4-3. Big 5 minutes remaining to kill off to try and get the W in regulation that the Preds may need if it comes down to a tiebreaker. We get to 2.5 minutes left to go in regulation. The Blackhawks have finally pulled Lankinen. Preds come close at an empty netter at one end, and the Blackhawks crawl their way back into the Pred zone, try to set up, but the Preds defend well and no sustained pressure. Clock winds down. Just as the buzzer is about to sound, the puck comes to the point. Former Pred Seth Jones with a one last chance. UC Saros sees it the whole way, keeps it out. Preds win a crucial game that they needed to down a stretch with only 7 games left now in the season. Preds win 4-3. We thought we were home and cool, didn't we, Preds Nation? Certainly I did when Grenlund made it 4-2, but this team that we all root for doesn't make it easy, and we certainly should have expected against an old division rival foe going back years in the Central Division. They wouldn't make it easy on us either. As I alluded to throughout this recap, they got the crucial 2 points in regulation. So if worst comes to worst and they need it as a tiebreaker, they've got the first tiebreaker with getting another regulation win added to their total. Props to the Preds special teams for fixing itself. If maybe just for one game, they killed off all 4 Blackhawks man advantages, and they've gone off the schneid and stopped the bleeding with the drought that they were in of 0-for-13 by finally scoring a power play goal. Now for the rest of Saturday, it's scoreboard watching time to see if Edmonton, San Jose, or in Columbus can do the Preds any favors. As for tomorrow, this Easter weekend, Preds are very blessed not to have to travel on this back-to-back, so I personally wouldn't be upset if Rittich starts tomorrow at home to St. Louis, or if they decide, because there was no travel involved, if UC Saros gets the call. Until tomorrow night's recap, I hope everyone who watches my videos has a happy and healthy Easter with your families. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. This final 7-game stretch in the regular season is going to take 7 years off of my life. I swear it.